The goal is to tell a story that has multiple points of view for the very reasons that we've been discussing, and to, by doing so, indicate on an artistic level that the old idea of the single, even the old idea of the single author, if you will, is flawed, because it takes ultimately many people to tell the story of a community or the story of a society. So that sense of the august author who can come in and speak for women and speak for men, I don't believe that. So, well, maybe your imagination is sufficient, maybe not. You know, my imagination comes into play, but before doing that, I would like to know how a man feels or how another woman feels about something. I'm studying that because I understand that I'm one human being with a set of experiences that color my lens. And I've always been, since I was a little girl, very interested in how that person across the town, across the street, how do they think? And understanding I could never think like they think, but wanting to try to do something about that gap, not even in a humanistic way. It was really something that bothered me. It was really something I worried about. So, first of all, I hope that by being present as 46 people, say, in Twilight, a play about the Los Angeles riots, and playing a Korean woman whose store was burned to the ground by African Americans, or playing one of the African American kids who beat up a white man, or playing Daryl Gates, the very unpopular chief of police, that it suggests to an audience that they don't have to sit in their one position. And by the way, you know, when I come out at the end and take my curtain call, I'm still me. So did I really lose anything? No. In fact, maybe I gained something. Aesthetically and artistically, what I've been trying to contribute is something about details. That, you know, maybe there's a wider variety of human beings than we've thought about. And we can tell compelling stories without having to have those same stereotypes that we've been thinking about over and over again. So I've been trying to contribute something about variety that I had hoped, and I haven't succeeded, that I hoped would change the very nature of the way theater is produced and who comes to the theater. Because, you know, the theater is a very segregated place. Most of the people who run theaters in this country are white people. My generation had many promising directors and producers and writers, and they're not around. They're not making theater. And it breaks my heart. And I feel in some ways that I haven't contributed nearly enough in terms of what my thought about that was when I first was studying acting in a theater where everybody on the stage was white and everybody in the audience was white. And I thought, that's so weird. I'm in San Francisco, there's Asian people up the hill, there's black people across the bay, there's every kind of person here, there's Latinos all over the Mission. How could this theater of this town have everybody white on the stage, unless it was a black guy bringing in a pizza, a character bringing in a pizza, everybody in the audience is white? How could that be? So I thought, well, maybe if I figure out a way to bring more colors of people onto the stage, more colors of people will come to the audience. That hasn't happened. So, you know, I think there's so much work yet to be done in the American theater so that it, as a cultural form, can help mirror the magnificent way that this country has changed since the time I was a girl in Baltimore. But I just don't feel it has. And it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart.